Well, don't be surprised if you have to take a sweater out today because we are starting off the day chilly and it's going to get warmer, but not too much warmer though.
Yeah, you know what? We're already off to a beautiful start to the morning. Finally, I'm starting to see the sunrise as I'm standing here after, daylight saving time. Well, temperatures are going to be rising a little bit. I think a little bit more than 10 degrees today. But we're going to notice some gusty winds out there, sadly. But looking at our radar and satellite here behind me, you can see we're primarily clear. And if you step outside, you're going to see almost the same exact image. Now, we are primarily staying lucky because, as you noticed on that radar and satellite image, well, areas to the northeast, like Chicago, they were looking at some snow and some lake effect snow at that. Well, we are looking across the area, seeing lower 40s and a beautiful sunrise to match. Well, temperatures are going to rise. But sadly, as we go through our afternoon, we're going to notice those gusty winds. I mentioned some sun. So that's why we're going to pretty much stay low. I think we could have a good chance at seeing some gusty winds into the lower 30s. And then for our Sunday, we're going to have some early morning frost for us to look forward to or not look forward to. And those clouds, though, are going to be moving in for our Sunday and into our Monday as well. So I mentioned those temperatures. Primarily, we are all sitting into the lower 40s. Some of us are seeing upper 30s as well. Princeton seeing 39, Paducah, Murray, Sikeston seeing 41, along with Mount Vernon. So overall, from top to bottom, we're pretty much seeing the same temperatures, even across the latitudes this morning as well. So I mentioned those wind gusts. We are going to be looking at gusts over 30 miles per hour at times, especially to the north and down to the south near Sikeston. We're looking at you today for some of those wind gusts. Here we are this afternoon, 2 o'clock. We see Mount Vernon at 30 miles per hour and wind gusts anyway. And even stretching down to Portageville, seeing 26 miles per hour for those wind gusts. And then those will linger into the evening hours, beginning to fade a little bit towards the 8 o'clock hour. And as we do get to the 8 o'clock hour, we do notice some of those clouds start to build into the lower region, into our southern counties. And those clouds will continue into most of our Sunday. We will have a few peaks of sun. But again, the early morning temperatures are going to be into the upper 20s. So we do have that frost to look out for. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But clouds again will be continuing to come through the area Sunday and into Monday. We have a high keeping all of that cloud activity. That high is going to stay sitting above us to the north. Now, I mentioned that frost chance. We are going to see temperatures today dipping down. Here's our overnight lows, by the way. That's what we're seeing here. It's just our low temperatures. So our low in the morning when we wake up Sunday could be looking at some upper 20s, and that's going to give us that maybe we're going to get a frost, maybe a light freeze. It just depends on those clouds, actually, in my opinion. But March is known for being rather active, and I suggest that you download the Storm Track 3 app going into later into the next work week, because after this cold moves through, we're also going to get a warm up. And with that warm up, with the chance of seeing more clouds into our forecast, we also see the chance of some storms move through as well to the mid half of next week. And we're looking at a play at Wednesday into Thursday. But again, those warmer temperatures will be in play. In fact, after that moves through, we are looking at temperatures staying primarily mild into the 50s. But let's backtrack real quick. Today, we're looking at some sun. We're looking at the winds. We're looking at temperatures into the 50s, lower 50s. But then into the evening hours, we're looking at a pretty drastic change in overnight lows from what we have been seeing. We could be waking up to some frost for our early Sunday morning. The clouds will stick around for our Sunday, Monday, and we warm up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But again, Mother Nature's saying not so fast.
How about we end March with some madness weather-wise, right?
Yes.
Thank you,
No one
Emily.
could have predicted that.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Thank you, Emily.